Welcome back to Blooms and Stitches by AnnMarie. Today I am going to remove my moss wall and I am going to put up just clips on the wall. In 2025 I became overly enamored with moss poles, and I think that led me to create, I believe, maybe 6 moss poles and this moss wall, and everything was either going into lacquer or moss, and I didn't think it worked out for me. It took up way too much space in my tiny apartment. This too, I just don't like the aesthetics anymore, and I'm like that. I'm constantly changing. So today is a day that we are going to take out that moss wall from my Syngonium. This baby has been with me for a while. So my Syngonium, she's getting a little bit thinner. So I've propagated some of her vines, and you should know Syngoniums are like that. If you notice that your Syngonium is growing a little bit thin, you can propagate and replant her. I do have 2 different Syngoniums. I have this one that has a little bit of splash. So that's a Syngonium batik, and I have this one that I'm also going to plant in her. I still have the coal, by the way, and I have this Syngonium as well. So we're gonna put all the Syngoniums in that large container, but we're gonna let it run up the wall, and we're gonna put mesh and different things on the wall so it will hold. Because I'm inside and not outside, this is an apartment, it's not a house, I'm taking care to make sure that the floor isn't messed up. I'm making sure that the wall isn't damaged. That's one of the reasons why I made a mesh wall. I'm making sure that the wall isn't damaged. I do have a tarpaulin that I'm using. I think I'll bring down the camera a little bit lower so that you'll see, but I have some Miracle Grow. I have our orchid bark. I do have the moisture control potting mix, and I have a bag of perlite somewhere here. Perlite is there, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of Epsom salt and a little bit of Miracle Grow fertilizer for my Syngoniums, so that it has that potassium, magnesium, all of the things that it needs to grow, especially now that I'm going to kind of harass it a little bit. So we're gonna start with the mixing. We're gonna do the orchid bark. And we're using the orchid bark because Syngoniums don't like to be overly wet. They like well draining soil. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna put some perlite in it. Put that to one side. And this is a moisture control. Let me take you guys from out of the dark too much, because definitely it's looking as if the sunlight is blocking your way there. So you could go right there in the meantime. We put the moisture control away. Add some salt. Just about a spoonful, not a lot. There you go. We don't need a lot of Epsom salt. And of course, same brand fertilizer. The reason why we're doing this is because where the moss wall was, it has a deep hole in there. So let me show you where the moss wall is coming from. Okay, so I think it's much better now without the glare of the sun. Now I'm gonna get my hands dirty. This is my favorite part of it because I like feeling the soil in between my fingertips. And if anybody knows me, they know that I love when my place is nice and clean and it's beautiful. But I'm not rich, so I do it on a budget. Alright, so let me show you what it looks like. You can see over there. And I'm gonna put some at the back of this so that the plant is still supported. I think that's a good amount around there. No. Some is needed around first, so we'll save it for then. But I'm gonna go ahead and put up the mesh. Bought this mesh from Home Depot, and the mesh, I think it's about $30. No, I'm lying. I'll tell you. I'll put the amount on the screen, but I think it's about $30 for the mesh, which is okay for me. I'll just put it on the wall because I have some clips as well. Alright, I have some thumbtacks. Again, I'm not doing anything permanent on the wall because it's an apartment, a rented apartment. So I'm not doing anything permanent that can't be reversed. Okay? Alright, so let's get to it. Now I have these clips that I bought from Amazon for $11. You know, I should do an Amazon storefront. But yeah, I'm going to use these clips on the wall to clip them in. I'll bring you back when I figure out how to use the clips. I figured them out. The clips have these plastic backings, and you're gonna take off the plastic backings. There's some sticky stuff on it, and you stick it on the wall like so. See there? One is already on the wall. And I'll take up this one gently so that it doesn't damage the other plants. Really, really gently. And you can open it and just slide it through like that. See? All right. Let me see how the others work, because there's another type in there. Girl, you see what I see there? It dropped down already. All right, let me see if this one will work. It's shaped like little flowers. And it also has, oh girl, it also has little tapes. Oh, it has little tapes, I think, to tape around the back of this. So it has some grooves at the front like leaves, So you put the sticker around the back like this. It's not, woo, very tight. Nice. Okay, so the sticker is on. Just you take off the sticker off of it on the other side because it's double-sided tape. Hold on, girl. What is that? Okay, girl. And now it's very clear. And you stick it to the wall like this. There you go. Now I completely get it. And let's see if the one that I tried to stick up there first, if it will stay now. Oh, some of the cocoa wire is still on the leaves. So let's see if this lady will go up and stay inside of here. It's too big, can only put one. Nice. But I guess I gotta put another one because this is not staying. Or maybe, oh, I get it. You just twist it and it closes. Okay, girl. Oh. Okay, girl. Okay, so I'm still battling a cold, but I finished. Now, the Syngonium looks a little bit, it doesn't look as thick as it did with the moss wall, and that's okay. One of the reasons why I took down the moss wall is because I noticed that some of the older leaves were growing brown and the newer leaves were coming up, the baby leaves were coming up, but they didn't have a lot of space. And so I propagated some of the Syngoniums, but I also did this so that it has space, more space that the baby could spread. The vines could grow a little bit more, you know, give it more space than the cramped space that it had. And that corner is fairly big, so I felt like giving it that space would have been good. So it's going to look different now. It is. However, in the next couple of weeks, it will look totally different. Let me show you. This is what she looks like. I was watching some Bomb Outdoors, one of my favorite YouTubers. So yeah, this is what she looks like. She's looking very thin, but that's okay. She has more space to grow and to stretch her wings. This is a little one that I just planted, and so you're seeing her. And if you notice, she has a few leaves that are coming out. You see, so giving her more space is the best thing for her right now. Right here, you see, and she has some new dirt. Right. Let me show you the ones that I have propagated from her. Now here are the two ladies that I've propagated. They're on the wall, looking very nice. I think they've grown some roots. Yep, very good roots growing. We're hoping for secondary roots to come up before I can go ahead and repot them beside that lady to get her thick. There, she has roots. Right. So these two already, this one has a little baby going, and I believe there's a little baby with this one too. So propagation done. She has more space on here, and I'm happy with the outcome. Let me show you a shot from here so you can see. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you so much for joining me today. while I do a little bit of plant chores. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, comment. It helps to boost my channel. I appreciate everybody who watches, and invite a friend to subscribe as well. Thank you for joining Blooms and Stitches by AnnMarie. I'll see you in the next one.